Hi guys, with me is Karan, and today we'll be covering a media communication. And Karan will give some insights about the program. So, what's up, Karan? How you doing?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. I hope everyone who's listening to this is doing great as well. Pratik से तो मैंने पूछ लिया. Is it gonna be in English or Hindi?
English, because we
Oh,
have users from all the parts of the country.
sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. I can speak in English. I just gave my IELTS recently, so yes, I think I can do it. All right, folks. So talking about media communications, the program which I did it is a 2-year program and 4 semesters basically. It had an internship semester as well. So basically, the fourth semester had internship as well, which was half the semester, not full semester was internship. So we had an internship plus we had some courses as well. Who is this program for? Media communications, in my opinion, is meant for someone who doesn't really have a lot of camera knowledge or media related knowledge and stuff, plus people who also have knowledge. But I won't recommend this program for people who are totally into one field. So let's say if you are a videographer and you want to go deep into videography, I would not recommend you media communications. But if you're confused, if even if you know, even if you don't know, but if you're confused that whether I should go for photography or I should go for videography or I should go for graphic designing or I should go for ABCD, I think media communication is a beautiful cocktail of all these different courses or programs, and it gives you a very nice overview, a superficial knowledge about all of these things which I just talked about. So basically, it consists of graphic designing, it consists of photography, it consists of videography, it also consists of marketing, and there's so many other aspects to it. So yes, that's what media communications is about, and I graduated in 2019. Let's see what more questions Pratik has for me. And yeah, that's what media communication is.
Beautiful overview about the media communication. First question: why did you choose Humber and why did you met me in Humber?
Uh, reason reason for Humber, to be honest, I loved the program, the curriculum that it was providing me. None of the other colleges had this beautiful curriculum because, as I mentioned, I was confused, and it is meant for confused people. This program is meant for people who do not know what they want to do. I'm actually an engineer, so I went for this program because I was confused, and Humber had this beautiful curriculum where they were providing me knowledge about all these streams which I was interested in. So yes, that's why I went for media communications, and that's why Humber. I don't know the current scenario. If I don't know if GBC is providing a program which has all these programs in it. I don't know if Sheridan is providing all these programs, but Humber, at least at that time, had this beautiful program, namely media communications. I sound like a brand ambassador, so sorry, I'm not. But yeah, I think the curriculum was really, really awesome. So that's why I went for media communications, and that's why Humber. But otherwise, no specific reason for Humber at that time.
Karan, since you mentioned that you were engineer before, so what do you think? Who will qualify or who will be eligible? A person with a zero knowledge, or do you think there's some criteria to enter into the school?
To be honest, as I mentioned, anyone can go for media communications. It's a diploma program, so anyone who is a post secondary graduate student can go for media communications. The requirements are kind of very low, so you don't really need a lot of prior knowledge in terms of filmmaking, photography, or nothing. All you have to do is basically have some good grades in your post secondary, and that's what it is. For more information regarding the admission requirements, you can go to Humber's website, and they usually keep all those information updated, so you can just go and check it out there.
Since you mentioned about the semester, the fourth semester, do you want to just give you a brief about it? How was the assignment? Since it's practical more about, so how was the results and everything?
Regarding the assignments and stuff, the curriculum, to be honest, it's pretty easy. It wasn't difficult at all. I was able to manage part-time job. I was able to do courses. I am an international. I was an international student. Now I'm on work permit, so still international visa kind of a thing. But yes, I was able to do part-time job. I was able to complete my assignments. I was able to attend classes. So the curriculum is not very difficult to follow. And yes, the assignments are practical, but there are a lot of assignments which you have to submit online. Again, it's practical work, but it's not like you have to perform it in front of someone. You can do it on your computer, on your PC, on your Mac at your own time, and you can just upload your Photoshop files. You can just upload your edited pictures and stuff. So yes, practicality is involved, but there are some courses where you are making some very low level websites as well. So basically, some easy coding and stuff as well. So there are some theoretical subjects as well. So if you are someone who don't like all of that stuff, I'm really sorry to say, but there are 2 semesters. In the very first 2 semesters, you will have to face these the- theory related subjects or courses as well. So yeah.
Since just wanted to cover also, I just wanted to ask that what about the equipments? Since I don't have any equipments, what about it?
So regarding the equipments, you can borrow equipments or you can rent equipments from Humber College itself. Humber has a place where you can rent equipment. Basically, not rent. You can borrow it. You don't have to pay anything because it's included in your tuition fee. But yes, if you pay late, then you pay for that. But if you say that I have to get this equipment for the weekend, they will give you for the weekend. If you say I have to take this equipment for 2 or 3 days or something, just let Humber know. If they can give you for 2 or 3 days, they will let you know. If they can give you for one day, they'll let you know. So you don't really need to buy it. I would recommend you buying at least a camera. But yeah, lenses and stuff you can borrow from Humber's cage. We call it the cage for some reason. So you can borrow stuff from Humber itself. You don't really need to buy it. Suggestion: buy it.
What about the professors? Do you think how helpful they are and how industry expert they are in terms of teaching?
Well, my experience, talking about my experience when I went into the program, I was a noob. I didn't know anything about media or nothing. So for me, the knowledge that I gained through Humber or through the professors or through the courses, it was great. I learned a lot. Now looking back at the things that I learned, I feel that all of that stuff could have been learned through YouTube. Not all of that thing, but yeah, like 80% of the stuff could have been learned through YouTube. The reason I still feel college was worth it, or Humber was worth it, or media communications was worth it, because it gave me a discipline or the guidance to follow this particular path. If I was just scrolling YouTube, I would have no idea on what to search for, and there would be no discipline. I would be only doing the fancy stuff, leaving the theories behind, and weirdly enough, but in if you want to operate a camera, it's not just fancy images you can create out of cameras are very technologically advanced, but you need to know how to operate a camera, how to expose the image properly and stuff, and then only the camera will give you the best results. Otherwise you can produce really bad results if you compare your direct iPhone footage versus your camera footage. Camera can produce really bad results if you compare it with your iPhone 12 and stuff. So yeah, if you know how to use it, you'll have to learn that stuff. And I guess college helped me in order to gain that knowledge.
What about after graduation? Do Humber provide any platform to showcase your work?
Definitely, they actually did. We had a showcase event when we all graduated, or when we were all graduating. So in the last semester, we had this showcase event, and some people from the industry came in to visit and look at our artwork. I don't know if they hired someone from the event itself, but yes, some people showed up from the industry, and Humber invites people from the industry. So yes, they give you the opportunity to showcase your work. Other than that, though, as I talked about the professors and stuff, they are very nice and they are helpful, and they have some connections. So if you are nice with your professors and if you have good connections with your professors, I think you can you can just use that connection in order to crack a job in the industry, because these professors and stuff, they're all veterans. They know, they have done all of this stuff. They have been into the industry for so long, so they can help you outside Humber as well. So I think, yeah, and making connections, I think just the portfolio that you will create in these 2 years would be enough for you to apply at any of the production firms. And I think if you're good enough, I don't think people will hesitate to hire you. I think if you're good enough, people will easily hire you.
I agree to the current words because networking is really important in Canada. I have experienced it. Moving further, do you think this program had co-op or internship?
Yes. So in the last semester, we had an internship. Half semester was internship. I had to do a specific number of hours for internship. Humber kind of helped me in order to find an internship. It wasn't really helpful for me because the kind of jobs that they were providing, I wasn't interested in that. I was more into videography later on when I was studying media communications. So, but I was able to find an ad agency, and that's where I got my internship done, and it was a great experience. They offered me a job when I was done with the internship. Unfortunately, I was offered another job earlier to that, so I accepted the first job which was offered to me. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, they had this internship program, and I think it was helpful.
Karan, just wanted, it was a paid internship?
It depends upon your skills. They Humber doesn't really care about the fact that you are getting paid for it or you're not getting paid for it. All they need is basically they want you to push. Uh, they want you to go into the industry and work. It depends upon you if you want to work for free. I work for free. I didn't get paid a single penny for my work, but I got paid in other ways. I got paid for my expenses. I got paid for food. Food was free, which was nice. And I traveled a lot with the ad agency. I covered some of the biggest Facebook events which happens in Toronto, and that's what I covered. And so many other events. I went to so many places. So all of that was an experience which I think was worth a lot of money. And so maybe doing that internship for free was worth it, I think.
What do you think the future of this program, like after graduating from this program, where do you stand, and what are the current opportunities for the jobs?
Media is definitely a difficult industry to get a full-time job in. You can easily get a part-time job, I feel so, in this age of TikTok and YouTube. Everyone needs online content, and everyone needs digital media and whatnot. So I think to you will be able to get work to have a full-time job, to have a full-time. I think it is a little difficult still, unless you are like really really talented. But if you are really really talented, then why you're working for someone else? Why you're not working for yourself? So that's also a question. So yes, I still work part-time. I work with Humber itself, so I'm still connected with Humber. This doesn't mean that I'm saying all of this good stuff about Humber. I'm telling the truth, whatever my experience was. And I think Humber was a great college. It helped me a lot. But yes, I'm still working with Humber part time, and I do a lot of freelance work part time. So this kind of makes it a full time job. I'm doing videography, photography full time basically. So to talk about the future, I'm no fortune teller, so I cannot say what the future lies. I mean, in terms of this field, I cannot say anything regarding that. But I think if you're talented enough, you will definitely be able to find something, and you will not starve. At least you will definitely not starve. There are people who want content, and if you're good at it, you will definitely get something.
I think so. We covered all the topics. Do you want to say anything? Or do you think I'm missing out on something?
I really feel that we covered a lot of topics, and I haven't talked this much in continuously in like 15 minutes, I guess, in my entire life. So I think this was a great conversation, and I mentioned a lot of things. Other than that, if any international student is watching this video, I don't want to demoralize anyone. This field is very difficult to crack in. So if you're coming here just to become a photographer, videographer, I would highly suggest you to please please take this decision very wisely. It is a decision of your life, to spend 2 years on something. And if you're not good enough, if you're not confident enough in your skills, because as I mentioned, media communications is not the program that may lead you to a job. This is a program that may clarify your doubts regarding your interest. So if you are confused a little bit, and if you have the money and time to spare, I would highly recommend media communications. It is not a specialization program. It is a program which gives you a superficial an overview about everything related to media. So yes, that's what I want to emphasize again and again. Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. All right, folks. I hope this was helpful. And Pratik, will see you in another video.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace out, everyone. All right, bye bye. चलो रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर सकता है तू.
वही कर रहा हूँ.
I think that was good.